Well, hello and welcome to My Psychic Connection. Yes, it's Tuesday night and you're with me, Innerji, the Metaphysical Crone. Once again, I'm so happy to be here. It's such a blast to come and join you every week here at My Psychic Connection with readings. I've got some games coming up. I've got the Mystic Message. And tonight's theme is all about being in the pink. So I'll talk more about that later. But when it comes to doing readings, here is what is on offer tonight. Obviously, we do our 2-minute free reading. That is for one question only, please. And remember, when that bell rings, I zip my lips and move on to the next question. Then we have donated readings. Now, with the donated readings, you can choose from a 3-minute reading with one question. You can donate for a 5-minute general reading with just a little bit of, is it love, is it finances, is it work kind of thing. We also have the mini and the mega readings. They are both untimed. The mini reading is one question only, and the mega reading can be more than one question and on different topics. So you've got heaps of choices there tonight for readings. And don't forget to share us out far and wide. Let's share some pink love out to all and sundry tonight to come and join us for the show. Now, there are some no-go zones that we have when we're doing readings. The first one is no health-related readings, no medical readings. And the same thing applies for legal and law-related. The reason for that is that these are very complex topics and it is best to be left to the professionals. And in quite a few countries around the world, it's actually illegal to offer that type of advice unless you have that qualification. So just be aware of that. And of course, unless it's a donated general reading, no other general readings, please. So how's everyone doing? Is everyone in the pink? I know I am. I'm excited to be here, but I want to get going with some readings. So let's take our first question. Who do we have, please? And we have Audrey. Hi, Audrey. Lovely to see you. And Audrey asks, should I enroll my 6-year-old in a local school called Rose? It's basically virtual, with 1 day of in-class, and you can join in with it as well. Okay, let's have a look at how this local school called Rose will be in regard to your 6-year-old. So, okay. The first card out is the Queen of Cups. I feel that this school emotionally will be very good. It will be supportive from the heart. Sometimes when it comes to academic things, it's all about the head and learning and guidance and rote. But this I see is a school where there is heart, there is emotion, there is nurturing there. And with the name Rose, that kind of gives you an indication as well. The second card I have is the Tower card. So I do feel, though, that it will be a little bit of a hard transition in making this happen with this public school. I feel that this school has a very different way of teaching, and it will take a little bit of time for both you and your 6-year-old to kind of become accustomed to how it all works. I've got also the cups here. It's the 7 of Cups, and this is saying that there's going to be lots of different things on offer through this public school named Rose. I feel it's not just, the straight 3 R's, writing, arithmetic and spelling and all that kind of thing. I feel that they offer something a little bit more. And I feel too that with this 7 of Cups, you need to be really disciplined with your time with your 6-year-old in regard to the virtual classes versus the in-class. And then we've got the Knight of Swords reversed. So I feel that this is a decision that, how can I put this? It's almost like once you make this decision, you're kind of there for it for quite some time. This is not a decision to make where you're going to chop and... I feel for you, Audrey, and for your 6-year-old, it does look promising. I do hope that's of help. And thank you so much for your question. You know, I'm not a parent, but I have seen what my friends have gone through when it comes to choosing schooling for their kids. And it's a big milestone step. And when you've got your 6-year-old or your 5-year-old, or even when it's at an age where your child is going to high school, these are big life changes for them as well. And so finding something that's really supportive is very, very important. And watching what my friends have done in regard to their kids' schooling, wow, it is a big decision. So I admire every parent out there who've got kids who are getting ready to go to school or change schools. I admire you so much. All right, let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? Gemma. Hello, beautiful Gemma. Gemma says, I've been really struggling physically and a huge lack of motivation. I want to go to the cinema to see the Barbie movie. And look, I've got Barbie pink tonight. I collect Barbies. Will I get to go? It currently feels like an impossible task. So, Gemma, I'm going to have a little look at your struggle first and then look at your ability to go and see this movie. So the struggle at the moment for you is, you know, I've got the King of Cups here. And I feel like you're in the eye of a storm emotionally. It all seems to go on around you. But because you're such a sensitive soul, and I feel like you're quite empathic, I feel like you take it all on board. And I feel that you've got to really, really master your emotions. Not let them get the better of you. Not let the negative self-talk get in the way. Now, I also have the moon reversed, and this is saying that, you know, you need to be more open about it to yourself. Ask yourself, why am I reacting this way? Why am I struggling at the moment? And see what comes to you around it. I feel that for you moving forward, it's not about having this win or lose. I feel it's a win-lose situation for you. You're either struggling or no, you're back on top, or you're struggling or you're back on top. And you know what? That's pretty normal for just about everyone. We all have our struggles that we go through, and I'm not diminishing yours because what you're going through is very, very difficult. But I want you to look at it that you, from the perspective of you are where you are at the moment, not whether you're winning or losing. Should you go and see the Barbie movie? Oh, there's my naughty word, should. Is it better for you to go and see the Barbie movie? I think yes. We've got the mermaid. This is about you putting yourself out there. Sometimes when we're struggling, doing something that brings us joy can help us overcome that hurdle. Because you collect Barbies and it's something you love, I think going to the movie will help you overcome that lack of motivation that you have. I do hope that's of help, and I do hope you're feeling better soon, my dear, because it isn't easy. You know, and that's what I've been saying. We all have struggles in our lives. It's how we deal with them, how we react to them. And some days that can be really, really hard. And that's going to lead me into the color of the night, pink. Beautiful pink. It's soft. It's nurturing. It's all about the heart stuff. It's all about compassion. It's about love in all of its forms. It's soothing. You know, the color pink we've always associated with love. We've always associated with softness. And so if you're having difficulty sort of feeling that you're in the right heart space, or that things are a little bit hard, then wearing some pink, having some pink around you, bringing it to your heart center, even if you imagine it coming into your heart center, can help you be more loving to yourself, help you be more nurturing to yourself. But a little bit more about the color pink later in the show. Let's take our next question, please. Who do we have? Hello, Hayley. And Hayley says, will I be able to find a good study group for me that will be helpful and supportive when I go back to physical therapy school? I start August 21st, 2023. The program is for 2 years. Thank you. What a great question. Now, that's a great example of a question that has context and has a bit of meat attached to it. But let's put the cards out and see about finding a good study group. And good is the key word. Finding a study group that works for you rather than any study group. So let's see what's going on there. The The first card out I have is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. I feel it's not going to come to you. You're going to have to check out once you start in your study program and you actually start going to the college or the school. You're actually going to start checking people out. You're going to start making connections. It's not about sitting back and waiting for the group to suddenly appear. So the first thing I recommend that you do is start making connections with other people. Start making some new friends, perhaps new study buddies. And from there, I think that will open the way for you to consider a number of study groups that you could look into. I've also got the Five of Coins reversed. Now we've got two coins first out of the gate. So this is saying about the practical things. You need a study group that will get into the practical aspects of the course that you're studying, not just sit around a table and read a book. It's about talking. It's about debating. It's about actively helping each other out when you're each struggling. That's the type of group that will work for you. Now, will you find one? Yes, I have that Empress card. I think you will find a group that is nurturing, helpful, everyone being there for each other so that you can all learn and grow and move through the course more smoothly. It's almost like you have each other's backs. Now, I also have the Tornado, and I'm going to go off on a slight tangent here and say, when you first start, it might all feel a little bit overwhelming. Stay focused, keep an eye out for that group. I do hope that's of help. And thank you for that really good, meaty, juicy question, as we like to describe them here at My Psychic Connection. Now, let's talk a little bit more about the color pink. What else can I tell you about pink? I think pink is a happy color. I always get a smile on my face when I see pink. Pink, a bit like orange, is also the color of the inner child to a certain extent because it is soft. It's a color that kind of just gives you a big hug. Have you ever thought that? Have you ever worn a big pink cardigan or something and you put it on, you just feel like you're being given a beautiful pink hug? And of course, pink along with green is related to the heart chakra. So pink along with green is a great color when you've got any emotional issues, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling down, then pink along with green or instead of green at the heart chakra can help you rebalance your emotions. So that's one way that you can use pink in relation to a chakra. Let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we've got Casey. Casey says, hello, my daughter has been trying out for several softball teams recently. Oh gosh, softball, that takes me back. And the question is, will she get an offer to play for at least one of the teams? Thank you. Casey, let's have a look at whether she will get an offer to play from one of these softball teams. And they're travel softball teams. That sounds pretty exciting. Let's see what we've got. My gosh, she's not been a slouch about this. She's worked really hard. I've got the Four of Swords reversed. So when I see the Four of Swords reversed, I see a commitment. I see her wanting to do it. I don't see her sitting back daydreaming about it. So she has taken action. She's been practicing. She's been putting in the work. And I do feel that an offer will come along because I have the Ace of Cups. Aces are about planting the seeds for new beginnings, new opportunities. And this is something that she really wants. You know, she loves this sport. And so I feel like an offer will come from a team that matches her enthusiasm, that matches her outlook about softball. I feel that she'll move into it slowly. I've got the Page of Cups here as well. So I feel that the offer will be there, but they'll kind of ease her in as opposed to, here you are, you're on the team, you're playing, off you go. I feel that they're going to be a nurturing, supportive team. So the one that makes the offer, keep an eye out for how they're going to support and nurture her in her softball journey. And finally, I feel it's going to be a straight and easy choice. I've got the Six of Swords reversed. So I feel there's not going to be a lot of maneuvering. I feel that she's done very well with the tryouts, and I feel that an offer will come up for her. And we've got the Monkey. Now, lots of times when I see the Monkey, I think of trickery and deception. I've got so many positive cards. I see this as an opportunity for play as well as sport. I do hope that helps, and thank you for your question. Gosh, softball. I have to tell you a quick little story about softball. When I first came to Australia, I'd never heard of softball. I have no hand-eye coordination, believe me. And so I was made the backstop, and I was just taking in the beautiful sky, and I got whacked on the jaw by a softball. And in my little Scottish accent that I had back in those days, I went to the teacher and said, you know what, miss? There's nothing soft about that softball. How come it's called softball? And I still to this day don't know. But I have to say, it is a wonderful sport. It's a great team sport. Sports are a great way for lots of kids to get out that excess energy. And as you know, I'm all about energy. All right, let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Cindy. Hello, my beautiful Cindy. Cindy says, good evening. I can't help but feel my friend Jay is pushing me away. When I still send him messages, I feel we've lost our connection. All right, let's have a look for you, Cindy, and see what is going on. I don't feel he's pushing you away. I've got the King of Wands here. He is so focused on his own energy, getting his own energy up, building up his energy, getting himself back to who he truly is. Please understand, Cindy, patience is the key for Jay because he wants to get strong. This is who he's working to get back to, who Jay wants to be again. This strong, in control person who has all the energy that they need to get on with their life. I feel that emotionally things are changing for Jay. We've got the Knight of Cups here. So I feel emotions are changing, but it's still certainly within himself. He doesn't really want to be very public with people. That's what I'm seeing here. And this is just reaffirming with the Queen of Wands reversed that his energy is still very, very low. And Queen energy, when we talk about the queens, it's a feminine, receptive energy. Now, I'm not saying he's feminine, but I'm saying that he is wanting to receive. He isn't in a space to give. Let's do a 2 pointers and see what we've got there. Oh, a couple came out. We've got the Camel. This is for you just to keep persevering. I'm not suggesting that you keep sending lots of emails or lots of texts, but you just keep the connection there within your heart. Give him space, give him time. And I feel that for you, Cindy, we've got the tent. This is about taking a temporary retreat. We don't live in tents permanently most of the time. It's where we go for a temporary time out. So I feel you need to back away. You need to let him be, and you need to focus on you. I know you're... but you can only control you and your reaction, not anyone else's. I do hope that's of help. And yeah, just be patient. Just be patient. It is so hard, isn't it? It is so hard when we want to be there for someone, but, you know, we're not hearing about them. And that happens in many different ways in our lives. But we have to understand that we all go through our own different things, and Cindy says, thank you so much, I will. Cindy, you are so welcome. You know, what we're each going through individually, we don't necessarily reveal to all and sundry. I certainly keep a lot of things private to myself to work out. And so we're all different in that way. Then there are other people who want the world to know what is going on with them. So it's about understanding where other people are coming from as well as what our needs are. Yeah, that's a hard one, isn't it? All right. I want to talk about a pink crystal. Now, most people know rose quartz. Now, I want to show you my grandma rose quartz. There she is. I've had this girl for over 20 years. Rose quartz. It's one of the most commonly known crystals along with amethyst and clear quartz. This is a wonderful crystal to use for the heart. And this one's a bit heavy for me to put on my chest if I want to do it for my heart chakra, but I certainly will use it and have it sitting in my room. I use this to bring love into my environment. I use rose quartz for nurturing others. This is a crystal where I will have someone put their hand on it and just breathe into it and draw in the love. So that's another way that you can use rose quartz. And of course, rose quartz comes in raw forms like that and polished forms. This is a polished heart. Now, this is one I do use on my heart chakra for myself and others to bring in that unconditional love, to bring compassion as well. So just one crystal that you can use to help you while we're working with the color pink. All right, let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? Oh, it's time for the Colours of Life game. What a lead in. What a lead in for that. Okay, here is how the Colours of Life game works. Before the show, I chose a colour. All my lovely team in the back know what the colour is. Your job is to use your intuition, tune in, or guess the colour. So start typing. You can type in as many times as you like, as many guesses as you like. We have 3 minutes, so the clock is going to start right now. Oh, I felt like Samantha out of Bewitched doing that. So let's talk a little bit. Oh my goodness, how quick was that? Nina guessed the colour purple. You must have been tuned in. Congratulations, Mina. You have won a reading with me. So let's see, what deck will I use for you tonight? I think I will use my hybrid deck. Why I call it a hybrid deck? I've got 2 decks mixed up as one. This is an oracle deck. So this is the only time I do a general reading, except for the mystic message or if it's a donated general reading. So let's see what message is there for you. Here we go. Oh, I love this deck. So the first one is joy. This is about finding the joy. Always find the joy in the situation if you can. It's about embracing the blessings of your life. No matter what is going on with us, no matter what's happening to us that might not feel good, we can still try and find the joy underneath all that. Joy, like happiness, is an inside job. And so I encourage you every day to find those moments of joy in your life so that if you are going through a difficult time, you've got like an anchor that you can hold on to. The other card is generosity. Now, generosity works 2 ways. It's kind of easier to be generous with other people a lot of the time. We want to help people. We want to be donating and being generous with them, being there for them. But for you, I want you to consider about how generous you are for yourself. How do you give back to yourself in your day-to-day living? And it says, be the divine flow of goddess nature. So this is about looking at yourself from that beautiful goddess energy, that beautiful divine energy, and being generous with yourself. Now, being generous doesn't necessarily mean going out and buying things. Generous with yourself can be being generous of time back to yourself, having time for yourself. Being generous to yourself can be doing something that's pampering for yourself, that's healing for yourself, something that makes you feel good about yourself. And the third card is bliss. Find your bliss. Where can you find your bliss in the little things? The key message here is about joy, bliss, and generosity. How can you apply those beautiful, positive energy vibrations to yourself? That's something that I would like you to consider as you go through the next few weeks in particular. And congratulations on being a winner of the Colour of Life game. And Mina says, thank you. You are so welcome, Mina. And I absolutely love your gorgeous smile in your photo. It's really beautiful. You know, and in some ways, this reading for Mina can apply to all of us. You know, we're living in a world that's very fast paced. We always have trouble, we have trouble keeping up with everything at the moment. I know I do. And so I feel like when we can be generous back to ourselves as well as with others, we kind of get our balance back as well. So yeah, just something to consider. Let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And the questions are great tonight, by the way. They're you're all asking fantastic questions. I really appreciate them. All right, Mila says, will I get a job soon and move to a different state? And you're a Leo. Well, Mila, those are 2 separate questions because you could move without getting a new job and you could get a new job without moving. So I will go with the first half of the question and ask, will you get a new job soon? So let's have a look at that. I'm going to look at 2 months from now, 3 months from now, and 4 months from now. So I feel over the next month, no. We've got the 4 of Cups. I feel like you've got to have a really good look at what it is that you want to do because wanting a new job isn't enough. You need to know what you want that job to be. You need to sit down and think about, what do I want to gain from a new job? What is it that I want to do with it for the longer term, not just the shorter term? Then 2 months from now is looking much more positive. I've got the Queen of Swords here, and the Queen of Swords is about making clear, objective decisions. So if you haven't started applying for jobs yet, you need to get your resume up to date, your CV up to date. You need to start looking. You need to start applying. And I feel like about 2 months from now is when that big decision is going to be made around, yes, I am going to definitely look for a new job. Then 3 months from now, I've got the Ace of Coins reversed. Coins or pentacles are all about the practical things. It is about our work as well. Aces, when they're reversed and not negative, there's going to be a small opportunity for you for a new job in about 3 months' time. And some T coins for you, my dear. We've got the Dragon. You've got to get yourself powered up in order to make this happen. You've got to raise that energy up, take charge. Dragons don't just sit back and wait. They're fiery. They're taking action. They're out there, and that's what you need to do. And I feel that for you, it's about getting out of your comfort zone. I have the T symbol of the chair. So don't sit back. Out of your comfort zone. And I feel that if you do all of that, in about 3 months, there will be an opportunity for a new job on the horizon. Thank you so much for your question. Gosh, career, jobs. Oh gosh, it's such a big part of our lives, isn't it? You know, where would we be if we weren't working in terms of being able to pay bills, do all that sort of thing? And that's why looking at new jobs or changing jobs or even finding your first job can be quite stressful. So if you're in that stage of looking at changing jobs, maybe going for your first job, I've got a little something that can help you ease the nerves. It's another little energy hint. And when we're trying to make decisions about things, we can tie ourselves up in knots mentally getting confused. And this little tapping exercise can help you get clear. It can help you clear the confusion. It can help you make better decisions. It also will help you with any fear-related issues. So this is on the acupuncture point of the kidney meridian at K27. So we've got our little knobbly collarbone ends here. If you come down about an inch and out about an inch there, and if you tap there and you breathe in, and breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out. So that can be really helpful and support you on those days where you're needing to make some decisions, you're not thinking clearly, you're feeling confused. The thing I love about doing energy healing techniques or energy balancing techniques is that they're usually pretty simple. At worst, they'll do nothing. At best, they can give you some support and help relieve confusion, fear, and frustrations. So I do hope that you have found that to be helpful. Let's move on to our next question, please. Let's see who we have. Another juicy question from Amanda. Oh, I love the picture of the white cat with the red eyes. That's stunning. Amanda asks, how will things go for my finances this month? Let's have a look. Finances, another big thing in our lives, another big area to consider. All right, for you, I think when it comes to finances, you've got to start looking outside the standard box. This is the Hierophant card. When it's upright, it's about the tradition, the normal rules, the regulations, the guidelines, ethics, morals, but it's all very traditional and standard. So I feel when it comes to your finances, you've got to think outside the box a little bit more. In other words, what's that saying? If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always done. I think I've said that the right way. So it is about looking at your finances from a different perspective. I feel that you've got a couple of choices to make around your finances. And I also feel like you're juggling them a lot at the moment. If you have a look here, she's sort of having to juggle between one and the other. So I feel like you've got some big decisions to make around those finances and how you can improve them. Good news for you though, I've got the Ace of Wands here. So I do feel that things will improve. I feel that though you've got to put the energy and the action in. It's not like buying a lotto ticket and waiting for the lotto win. This is about you taking charge, taking control of it to make it happen. Let's do a 2-point. Amanda says, that's great. I'm wanting to learn more healing techniques. Yeah, well, around finances, certainly you might, if you need the finances around that, then looking at your budget and looking at what you need to do to make that happen is important. And I've got the anchor. And so this is about you getting really stabilized with your finances, making sure that they're stable and secure. It is so easy when we really want to do something to go off on a financial whim. Please don't do that. Make sure that your finances are stable first before you make any decisions. And by doing that, that will unlock. The key will unlock the door to improvements for you. I do hope that helps, and thank you so much for your question. Financials are honestly such a big part of our lives, aren't they? And I know for me, I said this last week, and I'm on a bit of a roll with it. I'm doing my taxes. They're nearly done, a little bit to go, and then I can breathe a sigh of relief. But I understand how finances can stress us out completely. All right, let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Rebecca. Hello, beautiful Rebecca. Rebecca says, hi, Innerji. Will my husband get this promotions his bosses talked about? Thank you. Promotion. Oh, let's have a look for you. Let's see. Oh, the first card out. Oh, I can't wait to show you that, Rebecca. However, there's a little bit going on in the background. I do feel that the potential for success there with this promotion, it's definitely there for your husband with that 6 of Wands. It's a card of being recognized. It's a card of success and victory. However, there's some stuff going on in the background. I've got the Devil card here. I feel it's not so much coming from your bosses. I feel like there are other players in this that might be kind of getting in the way and undermining to a certain extent. So just have your husband, Rebecca says, awesome. Yes, it's looking positive, but I feel like there's a bit of playing around in the background, perhaps with other people who are maybe vying for the same promotion. So he just needs to kind of keep things steady, keep things stable. Don't get caught up in that side of it. We've also got the 9 of Swords here, and I feel he's got to be careful about the negative self-talk as well, and be careful about this. I feel like there's a lot of gossip going on around this potential promotion, and I feel he needs to steer clear of that and stay out of the way of that and not get caught up in it. I feel like previously he's put in a lot of hard work. He's still got a little bit to go with this promotion, but I feel he's being looked upon favorably. And let's do a T coin. I feel this promotion will take him out of his comfort zone because I've got the chair, but I also feel that getting this promotion, there are going to be some stresses in his life that are going to be eased off, going to be released. Rebecca says, yeah, he needs to believe he can do it. Absolutely, he needs to believe. He needs to have faith in himself. But I do feel it is looking good, but all the excess stuff that's going on around him and not get caught up in that. Rebecca says they know his worth, though. That's why the first card that's come out is the success one. So thank you so much for your question, and I wish your husband well with this promotion. And Rebecca says thank you. Rebecca, you are so welcome. Workplace relationships, workplace friendships, working with people we like, working with people we don't like. Oh my goodness. Is it any wonder that sometimes when we do readings about work, that Devil card comes up? That Devil card around gossip, around what's really happening as opposed to what people think are happening, rumors. One thing we need to be aware of when we're at our workplace is what to take notice of and what to not get involved in, so that we can be clear about our own path moving forward in our job. Not easy, not easy. But it's great when we're in a workplace where we're all completely supported as well, and they do exist. All right, let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Angela. Angela is wondering if I should try to reconcile a friendship. Capricorn, and Libra. All right, so we've got earth energy and air energy there. So you're both cardinal energy. So that means you both like to make things happen. You both like to start things. But we've got earth. Earth needs planning. Earth likes to know the facts of the matter. Libra is more like, well, how do I feel? What's the balance in all of this? So let's take some cards out and see what we have. Okay. I've got the card for the world first up. So I feel like there is an opportunity to possibly reconcile, but I feel that you both have to open up a little bit more. Whatever it is that's caused this to come into being where you're not talking, I feel that you need to resolve it. I feel you need to be open about it and talk about it if you want to reconcile with this friendship. The other card I have is the Eight of Cups reversed. And so, again, it's about looking at the facts of the matter. When we have an argument with someone, or whether we, break up with someone, we can get so caught up in the emotion of it that we forget to look at what actually happened. And that's what I'm seeing here. You need to have some time to look at what actually happened, and so does your Libra friend. But I've got some good news here. I've got the Six of Coins. I feel that there is an opportunity for reconciliation. And so it's not about whether you should or shouldn't try. It's about being in the right mind frame, being in the right heart space for you, and finding the right time. But I do feel that, yes, a reconciliation between yourself and the other person, so Capricorn and Aries, is there. Now, if you're the Capricorn, you will want to do some planning around it. I feel that you would be the one that would initiate contact. And because maybe a little bit out of balance, you need to come from a balanced perspective. I do hope that's of help, and thank you very much for your question. Isn't it awful when we fall out with people? I mean, don't get me wrong, there are times in life when we need to let go. Not every friendship, not every relationship is necessarily there for a lifetime. Sometimes they're there for a short time to serve a purpose. Other times a relationship or a friendship can be there because we're working out some old karma with each other. But understand that, relationships can come and go, friendships can come and go. And Angela says, thank you. Angela, you are so welcome. It's worth trying. And Audrey says, thanks, Innerji. Had a massive headache. Sounds good. Thank you a ton. Audrey, you're so welcome, and I do hope your headache gets better soon. So I want to talk a little bit more about pink. What are the words we use with pink? This is an old-fashioned term. It's one I still use. I'm tickled pink. What on earth does tickled pink mean? Well, it means I'm really happy. It means like, yeah, tickling makes me laugh. And in the pink is the other term. When I'm in the pink, I'm feeling really, really good. What words do you use that involve colours? Are you sad and blue? Am I having a black dog day, which is what I say in days when I'm feeling a bit low, a bit depressed? How we use colour words to represent emotions is really, really quite amazing. So have a think about that, how you use colour when you are using it to describe how you're feeling. Put some comments in for me. I'd love to see what words you use, but I love saying I'm tickled pink. Let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have MS Collins. MS asks, will I find balance between work, school and social life if I decide to go back to school next year? That is such a good question, because balancing all of that out can be quite taxing on our energy and also can be quite stressful. So a really good question to ask. Let's have a look about finding balance between work, school and social life. Okay, the first thing you have to do, we've got the Ten of Swords here. The first thing you have to do is tell yourself you can do it. Our attitude to something is half the battle. If we think it's going to be too hard, too stressful, then that's the energy that we put out. So I want you to just step away from the self-doubt, step away from the self-talk about, oh, what if it wears me out? What if I can't do it? What if? But let's go to the what ifs in the positive. What if you can balance it out? What if you can manage it all? Have a think about that. I feel initially it will be a struggle for you going back to school and having a social life and working, because we've got that Page of Pentacles reversed. So I feel it is going to be a bit of a struggle initially, but the secret is planning your time, setting up boundaries about what you say yes to and what you say no to. People consider balance to be an equal thing, 50-50 all the time, but our balances change from day to day. So, for example, if you're studying and you have an assignment coming up, the balance will move more to the priority of that. Social life might drop off. Doesn't mean it goes away completely. So when you're looking at a balance between the three, know that it's not always, 33, 33, 33, that balance will change as you move through in your work, your studies, and your social life. And I've got what have we got here? We've got the Justice card. And the Justice card is saying to me that you will get this balance. You will get it, but it will move up and down. But it all starts with how you feel about it. It all starts with the attitude that you take towards it. I do hope that's of help. And I congratulate you on taking on some schooling to go with work and social life. It can be a struggle. I know myself, I love learning. I'm the eternal student. And I know when I was working full time and doing courses and trying to socialize, it was hard sometimes, but it was understanding what my priorities were at that time and explaining that to others. If I couldn't go out and have a cup of tea with a friend because I did have an assignment or an exam coming up, it would be talking to them about it to say, I hope you understand. And so communication around how you manage your balance with others is also part of that key as well. All right. Amanda says, seeing red. I love that, with the cat with the red eyes, seeing red. There's a song that goes, I see red, I see red, I see red. Oh, gosh, you stuck with me singing again. Sorry, everyone. I can't sing to save my soul, but I do it anyway because it's fun. All right, let's talk about another thing to do with pink. And this time I'm going to go on to an essential oil. Now, I am a qualified aromatherapist, so I love talking about the essential oils. And the essential oil that I have chosen is rose. Rose is a beautiful, beautiful essential oil. It's super expensive, though. That's the downside of it. But rose oil is about love. It is about compassion. Rose oil, so I'm just going to have a little whiff. Rose oil is wonderful if you're grieving. It's wonderful if you're feeling sad. It's a great oil that can help uplift you if you're feeling a bit depressed or a bit down. And it can also support your nervous system. So if you're one of these people that are a little bit on the nervy side, it can help support your nervous system as well. And of course, rose oil is the oil of love in all its forms. So it's wonderful to use with the heart chakra as well. Now, let me see if I can remember my facts here. I think it takes something like 1,000 pounds of rose petals to make like just a small amount of oil. That's why it's so expensive, because it takes a lot to get the oil distilled from the rose. But if you ever get a chance to get some rose oil, I encourage you to do so. If not, let's just pick a rose from the garden and smell that. It will work just as effectively. So a little bit about aromatherapy. And MS Collins says, thank you so much. This makes sense. I'm so glad that I could help you, and thank you very much for that wonderful feedback that you gave. In fact, thank you to everyone for all the feedback that you're giving during the night. It really helps to know. And, when we do a reading for you, let us know how you go. Put it in the comments if you've had a reading and you've got some great results from it, or what's worked for you and what hasn't. We'd love to know. Now, I'm going to do something a little unexpected. Are the team in the background ready? Here we go. Don't tell everyone. Yes, tell everyone. Guess what? It's Squirrel's birthday. It is. It's Squirrel's birthday. So I want everyone to start singing happy birthday with me to Squirrel. Yes, you're stuck with my singing again. So you at home, sing really loud. Out in the back, sing really loud so you don't have to hear me. But let's get going. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Squirrel. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. We hope that you've had a wonderful day because it's nighttime there. Squirrel says, I love you, Innerji. I love you all. And honestly, this to me, and Psychic Connect, our whole team at Psychic Connection is saying happy birthday, Psychic Squirrel. And this rose quartz heart to me represents Miss Squirrel's heart. She is so generous. She is so giving. I absolutely adore her. We've known each other for quite a number of years now, and I absolutely adore her, and I'm so happy that you are having a happy, happy birthday. So everyone, let's put some birthday cake emojis in. Let's put some party emojis in, champagne and wine glass emojis. Let's show the love for Squirrel on her birthday. Let's start seeing those emojis come up. Okay. Let's see what we're doing now. We're doing the mystic message. Ooh, mystic message time. So the mystic message tonight I'm going to be talking about is numerology for the day. And I'm going to look at numerology for Wednesday, the 2nd of August, 2020. And I'm going to look at the month of August as well, because we've literally just come in. We're day 1 in August, and August is an 8 month. So when it comes to the energy of numbers for August, this is a great month to be looking at what plans you want to put in place and what you want to do to achieve some goals. So it's a great month for goal setting. It's particularly a great month for goal setting around your career. Now, we've had a couple of work questions tonight. So moving through August is really good energy, really good vibrational energy to really focus on work and career and what it is that you want it to look like. Not just think about it, but make the plans and then start taking action, because the number 8 is about some of the material things in life. And material things aren't necessarily bad. We need material things. We need food to eat, for example. It's a material thing. So look at what you need to do in terms of the material things of your life that you want to achieve. It's also about building your confidence. This is a great energy for becoming more confident and for manifesting. Now, we're in a year 7 as well. So that means we're going to look deeply, much more deeply, at what it is that we want to achieve in August. It's not just that, oh, well, I think I want to achieve that I'll eat 2 cheese sandwiches today. No, this is about the deep stuff as well, because we are in a year of 7 through until the end of December. So have a look at that number 8, what it is that you want to put in place, what plans you need to make, what actions you need to take in order to be successful this month. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight's mystic message around some numerology. Let's move on to it. Oh, look at all the beautiful hearts for Squirrel. Happy birthday. Amanda says, we love you, Squirrel. Happy birthday. Oh, that is so awesome. Corinna, I would love to spend every day smelling the fragrance of fresh roses. Corinna, you and me. That's why when I can't get to fresh roses, I have my rose essential oil and I just whiff it and take in that beautiful, loving energy. Lovely. Let's move on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And Squirrel, the birthday girl, asking a question. I love it. Would it be best for my husband to find another trucking job, or should he look for something that will give him the ability to focus on his school? Asking from a financial point of view. There is an example of an absolutely awesome question. It has context, a little bit of the story, and exactly what it is that she is asking on behalf of her beautiful husband. So what I'm going to do, Squirrel, for you is I'm going to have a look at the trucking job and see where that goes. I do feel another trucking job, I have to say that very carefully, don't I? Ooh, another trucking job is definitely on the cards, excuse the pun, because I've got the 2 of Pentacles reversed. I kind of feel decisions already been made, but I feel like there's kind of a fear factor around it in terms of already got a good job, already doing it, but I know his heart isn't in it. I know that he is looking at his schooling and leading that into a new career path. But I do feel that there is an opportunity here from a financial point of view, because Pentacles are about money. And so I feel that the opportunity for a different trucking job is there. It's only a small opening. And I feel like he really needs to look carefully at what he's moving from to what he is moving to, and to weigh up the differences between the two. She says, I do want him to be happy, but we got to eat. Absolutely. I've taken on jobs that I haven't been so enthralled with in order to be able to eat, but I do feel he will get the balance. I've got the temperance card, and I do feel that finding a new trucking job will actually help him with stability financially while he's doing his schooling. I feel that this is something that he knows really well. He's very good at it. He's respected for it. And I think it will find his balance. So let's do a quick tea coin for you, birthday girl. I feel the trucking job will be good. It's going to be a whirlwind, but I feel like in the longer term, it will clear the way. I hope that helps. And thank you so much for your question. And again, happy birthday to you. All right. Gosh, we've had quite a few job questions tonight, haven't we? That seems to be like almost like a universal mindset of where are we heading in the future? You know, we're always looking to our future, aren't we? And I will encourage you, as well as looking to the future, look at where you are now. Look at what you've achieved before. Look at where you've come from. Acknowledge that. Because when we come from a space of acknowledging what we've achieved and feeling gratitude for what we've achieved, it kind of opens up our heart and opens up our energy to new experiences as we move into the future. Okay, let's go to our next question, please. Who do we have? Oh, gosh, it's the last question of the show. Now, before we go into the question, I just want to quickly let you know about our special YouTube shows. We have quite a few of them. Every day, every single day, we have Card of the Day with Cassidy, the card slinger. We also have everyday angel numbers with our own divine love and light destiny. Kay, I'm getting so tongue-tied because I get so excited about these shows. We also have myself doing numerology of every day now. And of course, we go into our weekly shows where we have the transits anew with our birthday girl, Astro Squirrel. We have the beautiful enchanted spreads with Psychic K, fairies and predictions, incredible combination. I do spilling the tea as well every week. And of course, every month it's mythology of astrology. Now, if you've just missed the mythology of astrology for Leo, make sure you go back and watch that because that's on YouTube. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay, let's take our last question for the evening. Who do we have? And we have our wonderful cackling witch, Phoenix Rose. Phoenix Rose asks, hi, Innerji, will I get out of this non-creative slump that I'm in? Oh, isn't that horrible? When that happens, you feel like, why can't I get out of this? What's stopping me? What's getting in the way? Let's have a look at how you can move forward to get out of this creative slump that you are experiencing. Ooh. We've got the Seven of Swords. We've got this beautiful eagle here, and he's carrying swords. So what this is saying to me is you have to step back and look at the bigger picture. I feel like it's all very close to home. It's all very inward. It's all like, why isn't it? Why isn't it? I feel you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. Look at what you've been doing. Look at what hasn't been working, and look at what has been working. And in there, I feel like you'll find that little wisdom, that little pearl of wisdom that goes, that's what I haven't been doing. That's what I've been missing. I feel that your energy is a bit low. I've got the Ace of Wands reversed. So I feel like getting your energy up, getting your motivation up, rather than saying, what can I be creative about? This is more about just building your energy first, getting your energy back up there, getting your inspiration. I feel like it's less about being creative and more about getting inspired again. And when you're inspired, that's when the creative juices really start to flow. But the good news is you're going to come back into balance. We've got the Temperance card. I feel it's about mixing and matching. And remember what I said before in one of the earlier readings, it's not about everything being equal, it's about doing this. So I feel building your own internal energy first, taking the time that you need to build your physical energy as well, to build your mental energy, to build your emotional energy. I feel that generally your energy is a bit low on all areas. And so obviously that will get in the way of your ability to be creative. So next, put that spark, and you will get comfortable with it again. I've got the chair, and this time the chair to me is saying, get comfortable with where you're at, allow yourself to move through it. I do hope that helps, and thank you so much for your question. I can't believe that we've come to the end of another show. Now, speaking of the cackling witch, Miss Psychic Rose, let's talk about the live shows. Monday nights, it's Psychic K, the intuitive empath, with her crystal corner and quotes. Tuesday nights, it's me, Innerji, the metaphysical crone. Wednesday nights, it's myself, Psychic K, and our beautiful Psychic Rose with we Psychics 3. And as I always say, triple the trouble, triple the fun, and triple the readings. And then Thursday night, from our beautiful Cackling Witch's Den, it's Psychic Rose with her cauldron of insights. Then that's all happening 10 p.m. Monday to Thursday Eastern Standard Time, midday Australian time. Then Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's Journey and Friends. Always different psychics, always heaps of fun. So don't miss out on that. And if you're in Australia, that's 10 a.m. Australian time. It's been wonderful to be here with you again tonight. I hope you've enjoyed our journey into the colour pink, and that you can take some things away from that can help you. I look forward to seeing you next week. Until next time, have a wonderful week and take care. Bye.